Time to set the stage with the lights off. Let the little nigga breathe till the fight's lost. You ain't never like the room with the bright sauce. Hail Mary, they despise what the light brought. Let them roach niggas bleed if they can't see. sa.neter TV, what you can't be. They say that murder on my mind, now they can't breathe. Take a picture of the crew, that's your last peep. Oh, I need me your love, yeah, that's just me. Keep them jumping like some frogs, so they might be leave when the sun sets. And they don't really wanna bleed from the gunplay. And like mine, niggas smoking weed on the one-way street, nigga. Yeah, we see we outside with it. Pull up to debates like we might be with it on God. Side these niggas like bullshit and they fraud. Let me chop them down with the sword. Walk them down like they live bars. This the toughest you gon' be in, we too hard. And you don't really want that smoke, my G. sa.neter TV, this the toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, the toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Keep that off your lip before you get flipped. We got sources over here, we don't just spit. Too many bosses over here, y'all just legit. Put them niggas in the game, let them get real. Don't even step unless you come in with that scholarship. That economic tip, gotta make a dollar flip. And I might be next, I don't give a damn, a truth rolling with me, so I'm feeling like the son of man. Too many gon' hate, gotta make a stand. I'm just trying to duck the lake, you don't understand. Read them when I greet them, that's my best plan. Head first shit, I'm just saying. Nigga meet me in LA, oh you just playing. Too many be fake, what the base saying. So I tell them they don't want no smoke before they end up in the newspaper next day. Smoke, this the toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. The toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. And this is it right here. The toughest you gon' ever be in. You wasn't conscious before us. Y'all niggas was asleep. We woke the sleeping giant. We did it. sa.neter TV. So stay your ass in your little bitty box where you feel safe. Cause there's motherfucking monsters over here. Real monsters.
Peace and Pan-Africanism to Brother Herman Smalls in the toughest environment you can be in. Yeah. Yeah. Peace and Black Power family. Y'all already know what it is, man. I got 2 hours to raise a couple of dollars. 2 hours to raise a couple of dollars to bring on Shaka Ahmose and Smash. Help me to help you. Help me to help you. Y'all know how this thing goes. I just got off the phone with Shaka, and I should put him back on so y'all can hear him. He said, "Saw, if you don't have that, don't call me. I'm not coming up." These brothers, they need their money. And I don't blame them, because look at the topic that he's coming with. He's coming with a topic. He's in the laboratory right now as we speak. He's doing mad research right now as we speak, and Smash as well. So I gave them this topic. I gave them this topic right here. And let me put the topic in there so y'all can see it. So y'all can see it, man. I'm tired of the same stuff. We're going to have to get deep, and we're going to have to get scholastic on this. We got to get scholarly on this one. Ain't no more playing around. So there's no more playing around. Here's the topic: the migration. Connecting the dots. Are we the people connected to ancient Kemet? I gave him this topic because people always say we are not those people and we moved on. So all I'm asking you, thank you. I see the first donation, $10. And all I got to get up is only $200. That's it. I just got to get $200, right? Let me call Shaka so y'all know I'm not playing, and this is not for me. Trust me, it's not for me. If it was mine and I was paying the $200, I would put it on my Patreon so I could get my money back. Trust and believe that. So I gotta say this because he might not want to say it live, but I want to show y'all that I'm not here to scam you or bamboozle you. These brothers be wanting that little pocket change right now. You know what I'm saying? They want their little pocket change. And I don't blame them because they doing all this goddamn research. So they supposed to get their money. I'm not mad at that at all.
To the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Yo, Shaka.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, Shaka. So you said I got to get what, though? I got to get what? For you to come on?
Get what? What are you talking?
To come on, man, for the day.
You already said it was guaranteed. What are you asking?
All right, so I know, but can I give you the 150 or it got to be the 2?
Just keep it at 2, man.
All right. I got you, brother. No problem. So you see, I'm not here to scam nobody. I'm not here to play games with nobody. You see what I'm saying? So I had to do that because some people say, man, that's just sa.neter trying to get this and that. Y'all know how y'all do. I'm not here to do that. I got $200, but goddamn, I'll be damned if I pay the $200 and it's for everybody here. Everybody here, I put up the first 50. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man, y'all come through, show the love, because I'm telling you, you would want to see this. This is going to be powerful. Some people say, you shouldn't even have to go through all of that. I say, no, sometimes you do. This is our people, man. This shit here is crazy. Trying to get this money from the people, man, you know? And if everybody just donate a little $10, $5, whatever you do, we can get this. Let's get this up. I want to get this money up before 7 o'clock. That's the scheduled time. We're going in at 7 o'clock sharp, okay? 7 o'clock sharp is the time. Let me get Smash Rockwell a call, see if Smash is getting his presentation ready. I think he's ready, though. He said he got something ready. I ain't gonna call Smash. I just got through talking to him. Let him get his stuff ready. All right, so family, let's crack down on this, man. Keon, I never see no donations coming from you, brother. I never see no donations. I always see you in that gutter, on the gutter platform, though. I see you in the gutter, bro, all the time. Yo, brother Haram, stop playing, man. You know this is Shaka Utmost, man. You see the name right up there, brother. You know this ain't no Shaka doodle, man. Stop playing. You'll pay $100 for Shaka to sing? All right, I'll tell him come on in and open it up and sing for us. You know? I tell him come on in and open it up and sing for us. Okay. All right, somebody just sent me a $100 donation. Who is that? Let me see. See that? We already halfway there, baby. We halfway there. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, love. Thank you, love. Appreciate that. Love coming through. Love coming through. Clock. Thank you. $20 from my guy tonight. But damn, brother, I wish you would have sent it to the Cash App. But you know what? That goes straight to me right there, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Because ain't no problem with showing your brother love too. I appreciate that. You know, that's gonna go into the goddamn the YouTube collections. And YouTube gonna get a big chunk of that $20. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love, and I thank you, clots. So yeah, man, I'm just trying to bring in some real powerful and nice debates. Not only debates, but also shows. Also shows. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we halfway there, y'all. Shaka coming through tonight. It's gonna be powerful. Peace and black empowerment. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. From sa.neter Studios. I don't see no love coming from the sa.neter Studios platform. Let me drop that link in there for you so that y'all can come on through. Believe me, I'm going to tell you now, if they wouldn't charge me, I wouldn't charge you. I would just simply drop my link and whoever want to show love, show love. But when I call them up and they say, brother, I need this. At first it started with $1, right? And I said, yes, Shaka, I could give you the first $1. I was going to give him the first $1. And he was like, yeah, well, sir, I get the first $1 and then I get the donations. I said, all right, I'll tell you what, let's just get up to 2 and you can get that. He said, all right, if you could get that, you could guarantee that it's on tonight. So it's on, y'all. It's on. And I know this is going to be great. Y'all know how Shaka give it up. He's in the laboratory right now gathering up this information for y'all. Andrea Humphreys, thank you. Appreciate that. Antonio, thank you, my brother. Thank you for coming through. It don't matter if it's 5, 10s, whatever. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Diallo Hampton. Thank you, Diallo. All right. Love. Thank you, love. Dominique. Thank you, Dominique. James Watkins. Thank you, James Watkins. Elder Yara. Elder Yara always come through. Elder Yara always coming through. Appreciate that, brother. All right. Can't wait for the night show. This is going to be a great show. The Knicks is not on tonight, so I'm good. I'm tuned in. I'm zoned in. And speak on the Knicks, man. We got to get a new coach. We ain't winning nothing with Tom Thibodeau. We are not winning anything with Tom Thibodeau, man. I mean, we got options to pick up Moses Brown, a 7'2" center who is in the D League right now getting busy, scoring triple doubles, double doubles, and they got the option to get him and they're not getting him. What's going to happen if Mitchell go down? What's going to happen if Towns go down? You ain't got no center. You ain't going nowhere. So you need to get him. You got to pick this man up. He was just cut from Dallas like 2 weeks ago, and he did good in Dallas. The only reason why he was cut in Dallas, because Dallas could not afford him. They had to let him go. They had to let him go. He was covering for AD, you know, and he was doing his thing in Dallas, man. But they had to let him go, and I know that broke their heart. Knicks, you got to pick this man up, man. Jalen Brunson, you could make them do it. You the goddamn man. You the captain. You got to use your power, Jalen Brunson. Start being like LeBron James and using your power. You don't even know the power you got, little brother. You got power, man. Tell them you want this guy. Pick this guy up, and they will get him. Trust me, they will get him if you sanction it. So what I want to do right quick, y'all, is I want to drop that link. I want to drop the link, and y'all can come in and let's talk about this thing. You know, are we the people from Kemet? Are we the people from ancient Kemet? We need to find this thing out. Let's find out. The link is in the chat. Are we the people from ancient Kemet? I don't know, but it's going to be, they're going to have a hell of a time trying to prove it. And they're going to, you know, when Shaka come, they coming with scholarship, bro. It ain't going to be no just talking. Hey, come on, y'all. The donation stop, y'all. We need to get this back up. James Bats. Thank you, brother. How do I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but it is DACTYLOLOGE. Yeah, I know what that is. Keon got some money, man. You coming through like that, Keon? Woo! My man Keon ain't playing. Keon coming through big time. Shout out to Keon, man. What's going on, Keon? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Brother Keon, unmute yourself. Keon coming through like a
So
fat.
you?
Yeah, I can hear you. What up, man?
What's up with you, man? You funny. You gotta love him though.
Yo, what's going on with you? What do you think about the topic?
Man, I know this has been a big debate on sa.neter TV, man. So I'm gonna just wait until the master teachers talk about it. Cause you don't want to hurt no feelings on sa.neter TV, man. This is one of those touchy topics, man. Friendships has been broken because of this topic. Yeah, I mean, people have not talked to each other for 2 or 3 years because of this topic, man. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna let the master teachers talk about it, and I'm just gonna sit back, man, for real.
Yeah,
Honestly.
man. Yeah, it's gonna be a great topic. I gave them this topic because I'm tired of listening to the Israelites and everybody else say, man, y'all niggas ain't the Kemetic people. So you got to find out.
Facts. We're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out. You already know. Oh man.
Everybody,
Oh, man,
hold up,
possible.
hold up, hold up, hold
Yeah.
up, hold up, hold up. This is coming from what? Philan Speaks. He said, FBA got all the scholars shook. Everybody trying to rewrite history because this FBA pressure, FBA don't need Kemet to find greatness. We great in our own FBA skills, but salute to Kemet. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the $10 donation. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We do need Kemet, though. Come on, man. We need Kemet, brother. What did Malcolm teach us, man? What did we learn from Malcolm? History without a tree without roots is a dead tree, right? A tree without roots is a dead tree. When the roots die, God damn it, you die. Yep. And so you got to know your history, brother. You got to know your history. You don't hear the Jews saying, oh, you know, Israel is dead. We don't need Israel. You don't hear them talking like that. Only slaves talk like that. Only slaves say we don't need to study our we don't need to keep on talking about slavery. We need to move on. You don't hear no Jews talking like that. You hear slaves talking like that.
Let me ask you this though, sir. Let me ask you this. Do you believe though that sometimes, as they call them, the Egyptomaniacs, quote unquote, yada yada, those people, sometimes I feel as though that they be thinking like this knowledge is going to save us. Like this is like almost how like the Israelites look at the Bible. Like you know what I mean? Like do you feel that way sometimes? Like they think that this is like this all-knowing knowledge that's just going to make black people turn it around and change all of a sudden.
Yes, because it has because it has worked on a lot of people. Not everybody. It depends on how you use the information, brother. It depends on, I'm gonna say it again. It depends on how you use the knowledge that was given to you. You see, when we have economic discussions and you use the information that was given to you, yes, it can save you. But if you just getting the knowledge and you just, you know, having it just for wreck and play and joke, then of course it ain't gonna do nothing for you. Look, let's look at it like this. Look at the educational system. Look at the college situation. Look at the PhDs when you go to get your PhDs and all of that. See, don't that help you? Don't that help you? Right. So yes, it does changes your life. You become more knowledgeable in life because knowledge is infinite. Knowledge is astronomical. You can never gain all the knowledge and information. So it's out there to make you better. And if you don't get better, and if you that same Negro that you was last year and ain't learned nothing, that's on you, brother. You can't blame nobody else for that. That's on you.
That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah, because that's what I'd be thinking they'd be arguing mostly.
Look at me, for example. Look at me, for example. All the Israelites, including Christians, they used to beat my butt when it came to the Bible. Now they run from me, Keon. Now they run from me. I got tired of getting beat up. So I said, yo, let me put some time in and start studying some of these scriptures. You know, so I know where they're coming from. And now they run from me. You see?
Right.
I beat up Elder Yara. He can't mess with me. I know for a fact that I be getting Captain Tazariak. I went on his channel today. We was in the Car Chronicles and I was beating them up, but I was on his channel. So the people of course is going to go against me. Whenever you on someone else's channel, they're going to go against you. They're going to ride with the owner of the channel. You know how that is.
Yes. Yeah. I ain't even think Apostle could run still, boy. You made him run too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, turn on your cameras if you're trying to come in, man. I can't see you. Okay, there you go my brother. Let me get Antonio. What's up, Antonio? Peace, brother.
Peace, brother Saab, man. Peace to everybody on the platform. I just wanted to say, man, like we've been there and done that with this topic, man. I feel like everybody just get it misconfused, man. We all one people at the end of the day, regardless of what you want to call us, man. We all one. So I feel like we just need to come to that common ground, man, and just start building at this point.
We started off as one people. We are no longer one people, brother. We are no longer one people. We all speak different languages now. We all have different cultures now, brother. You know, we all have different religions now. And so we are no longer one people. At one point we were, but today, no, we can't say that. I understand what you're saying as far as African American, but even though we are all African, not all, but you know, the African Americans today, we are still divided and separated because slavery has done such a great job on doing that, on separating us.
And you propaganda, man.
We are all divided right now. And that's the biggest crime in America is that, what I always say? The identity crisis. We are the biggest ones that have the biggest identity crisis in the world. Look at it. We are Muslims. We are Hebrews, nation of gods and earths. All of this is separate. All of this is dividing us. You see what I'm saying? We are all divided under this. We're not under one umbrella. Right. Because that's where the power is at. And the European knows that. So we are all scattered about. We are divided.
That's why Marcus Garvey said, man, we separated and by petty differences.
Yep.
That's why I said, like, even with all this religion, them all like constructs. Like, that's why I said, like, at the end of the day, when we break it all down, regardless of what we want to call ourselves and whatever religion we want to confine to, we still like one people at the end of the day.
Right. Crazy P says, "Sorry, you got to bring back the drive-bys, the interrogations in the hospital." Yeah, that was fun. That's a fact. Thank you for the donation, brother. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sal, where are all your videos at? They on Patreon?
Yes, they will be on Patreon. I'm gonna upload like 10 tonight. I'm gonna upload 10 tonight. And if you don't have my Patreon link, I'm dropping it right now in the chat.
Cool.
So and all the debates that you see is on Patreon too. All the debates that y'all didn't see is on Patreon. So there's my Patreon link in the chat.
Most definitely. I'm definitely gonna tap back into that. Did you get the Cash App? I just sent you a Cash App not too long ago.
Let me see. I'm gonna check it right now. And your name is Antonio.
Yeah.
Yep, I got it. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Cool. I'm gonna make sure I tap into that Patreon too, man. I've been tapping in with you, Si, for like 2015, man.
Thank you, brother, for all the love and support that you've been giving since then. Thank you. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah, let me get my man King over here. What's going on, brother?
sa.neter, shalom. Peace and blessings to all the family. What's good with everybody?
When me and this brother started out, me and this brother used to go through it, man. We talk about banging and man, we've been banging right? For Israel. He been banging for Israel. It's good. What's up, man?
Hey, when I first seen you on YouTube, I'm like, man, who is this dude banging on the Hebrews like this, man? Right. But all is well, man. I think I was on somebody's page, and this young lady, she's a white Christian. She was, she was doing black people just need to forget about slavery, and I don't know why they should get reparations, and we all been in slavery. I said, if we all been in slavery, then how come I can't go to the movies and see the equivalent of 12 years a slave for all other groups of people? Why they just got us in there on the big screen, So I started talking about how we may not have actually lived with the physical chains on us, but we inherited not being able to get loans from the banks, not being able to move in certain areas. We inherited all the negative things that come with being the spoil of war. So, she was kind of humbled by that. And a few brothers and sisters around YouTube reached out to me and said they appreciated me, kind of putting her on the hot seat like that.
Yeah. That you were supposed to do that. That's good. You were supposed to do that. Did anybody get mad at you for doing that?
No, not at all, man. Actually, even the young lady that was the white Christian, she was actually pretty cool about it and actually took the time to think about what I was saying, So I appreciate the fact that people are willing to have the conversation and at least consider what we're saying about it. This is not giving black people a handout. This is something that America actually owes descendants of chattel slavery in America, because we built this country that gives everybody around the world the opportunities it does to come here and make better of themselves.
Right. I agree with you. Let me let the people know we have reached the mark for Shaka Ahmose. So we will be seeing Shaka tonight. I'm going to send it over to him right now. and I'm gonna call him on here so y'all see that he received it. I don't play, man, even though I don't have to do that, but I like to be transparent with y'all so y'all know I don't be playing around when I come to y'all and ask for the support. I get it. And that don't mean y'all can stop. Show some support for your brother now. Show some support for sa.neter. But let me give Shaka a call and see if I can request this for him. Oh, go ahead. Come talk to me.
Hey, Sa, I'm gonna step down from YouTube for about 6 to 12 months because I just had another son about a week ago, and my wife needs me to be there with my other 2 kids a little bit more because she got to give my son a little bit more attention.
What you named your son?
Oh, I named him Saint Reginald.
Saint Reginald?
Saint Reginald.
But that's your name, right? That's your name. Your name is Reginald.
Right. But, you know, kind of in the whole consciousness of the awakening part, I didn't want to give him a Hebrew name, sa.neter, because the Most High ordained us to have the English names that we have. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted to give him a name that Israelites had in the Dark Ages, which a lot of our names had the word saint in front of it.
Hold on. You saying that the Most High didn't want you to give him an Israelite name?
No, I'm saying he didn't give us Israelite names. He gave us names like, you know, Charles and Williams. He gave us Dark Age European names, right? So I gave my son a Dark Age name from the Israelites that used to rule in Europe. I named him Saint Reginald.
Why not a powerful African name, bro?
Oh, here you go.
I don't know. I might name another one of my kids something like that. I don't have anything wrong with giving my children African names.
You know, I named my son Asante, and my daughter name is Africa. So every time people ask her about Africa, she goes in and starts dropping the history.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful, though. That's beautiful, Sal. But Sal, I was saying I'm gonna step down for a minute because I never planned on being in discussions or debates or nothing like that. I just kind of had faith we was the Israelites, and I didn't think I would be involved in these rooms and having these discussions. So I'm gonna take about 6 months to a year off, and then I'll send you an email, and then I'll come back where I can share my sources. I might participate in my first debate a year from now, but I kind of want to just take a step back from YouTube, get my sources together, get my knowledge a little bit better, get my linguistic knowledge a little bit better, and come back so that when I actually do start debating, it's interesting and edifying for anybody that's watching, whether they agree with what I'm saying or not.
Okay, that's good. That's good, brother.
What he basically said is that y'all not on his level and that he's really bored with this and that he's gonna let y'all get y'all stuff back up together so that y'all can come back with a better fight. That's what he really said. I'm just like,
he's tired of the Hebrews. That's what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when I do come back to finally debate, you're gonna have to know them ancient languages of them African places you're talking about, because I'm gonna be able to.
Shaka, pick up. Shaka, pick up. All right, hold on for 1 minute.
Yo, what is it, man?
Hey, yo, Shaka. Look at your email. I sent you my Cash App link. I need you to request it too. Request it too, because I can't find your Cash App. So request it, and then I can send it right to you. All right. All right.
I don't see your
Look on your email. It's in your email.
I'm in. Are you retarded? I said I'm in my email. I don't see it.
Okay, let me see. Damn, man. I hope I sent it to the right place. Let me do it again. Let me see. Is your email contact Shaka?
My link.
All right, yeah. Send me the link to my phone.
Email?
Huh?
Yeah, I just sent you the link.
Okay, send the link. Send the link.
All right, no problem.
And don't watch your mouth, man. We're calling me stupid, man. You know, Shaka got a smart ass mouth sometime, y'all. That's why me and him gets into it. You know, he's a Gemini. Is he a Gemini? Yeah, he's a Gemini. So Aries and Gemini, they always dang it. Yeah. But anyway, anything else, y'all? Anybody?
Hey, so they out here playing chess right now on Nicolette. They got the big chessboard out here too on the ground. These two brothers out here getting it in right now.
Oh, okay. They got the walking joints.
Yeah, it's not snowing right now up in Minnesota, so everybody's out. They playing chess up and down Nicolette. You got brothers and sisters that come out here and sell African dashikis. You'll usually see a few Israelites teaching out here. I usually build with a couple brothers from Kemet, a couple of the Moors out here. So now that it's not snowing, you finna start seeing people out more and more on Nicolette. And I might come out and teach a few lessons myself this summer.
You gonna get dressed up?
Well, I'm not gonna put on like the ancient Israelite garments or nothing like that. I'm just gonna put on a nice suit, put some fringes at the bottom of my vest, and teach history, linguistics, and go into the Bible and the scriptures, and even talk about other Black spirituality and history from time to time.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Sai, where's Jabari at? Is he doing all right?
Say that again.
Where's Jabari at? He's doing.
Jabari was here last week. You ain't see him? He was on the show.
No, I mean, like, have you talked to him lately, though?
Yeah, Jabari be busy. He got classes coming up where they doing tests and all that. You know, he's a professor now. So,
Yeah.
you know, he got to grade the paperwork and all of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure he'll have an opinion about this.
Huh?
I said, I'm pretty sure he'll have an opinion about this, you know. But yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. No doubt. All right. Hey, King J, what up, man? King J in the building.
They tell them, Si, they gotta cite them sources, man.
You know it.
Peace to the panel. What's going on, sir?
All right. What's happening?
Can't call it. I heard Kemet, so definitely ready to engage in some good scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Are all the brothers on the panels Kemetic scholars, or are they under the Hebrew Israelite faith? Or
oh no, sir, I'm a comedic. Really, I'm really just what do they call it? I'm a Renaissance man. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a comedic scholar, bro. Definitely.
a little bit of everything?
Oh,
Can
man.
you,
Pretty
can you
much the
read?
same, man. I look at it again, like I said, I look at it as all as one people, man. That's what we want to call ourselves, because at the end of the day, we got to have each other's back, because ain't nobody else gonna have ours.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Can I ask one of you brothers a question?
Go ahead.
Are any one of you guys familiar with any migration that may have happened from Kemet into West Africa?
I
From
would
Kemet
say,
into what? Okay, go ahead.
go ahead, Keon.
Yeah. See, with my comedic scholarship, uh, there's multiple. You know what I mean? There's the one from the north. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yep.
Good. So we like to deal with dates. Is there a date that you can give us? Because you really didn't answer the question. When was the migration from Kemet into West Africa?
Oh man, it was around a long time ago for sure. But it was there definitely.
You can't just say you don't know. That is an answer.
All right, brother. I don't know, brother. I'm gonna be honest
Okay,
with
for sure. Because I don't think nobody knows or has that date. To
you.
my
Wait,
understanding,
are you making these arguments to go against it? Are you saying that you don't believe that we're from the ancient Egyptians?
well, my DNA goes to West Africa.
Hold on. After the
Hold on,
tone,
y'all.
and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Hold on. Yo, Shaka, pick up, man. Pick up, Shaka.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
All right, Shaka, check the Cash App. Make sure you got it. I just sent it.
Okay, I see it.
What's in there? What I sent? For the record, what I sent.
194.
Huh?
194.
Come on, man. Stop playing, man.
They took out
That's what it says.
Okay.
Oh man, this man crazy.
All right, Shaka. I'll see you tonight, brother.
Hey,
We on. I'm gonna see you
hey,
tonight. All right. We got Revelation in the building. Let's go. And we got Apostle in the building, man. We got my big brother up in here, man. Look at him, man. Okay, King J, finish saying what you were saying, brother.
The brother was answering the question. He was asking me a question. Could he
Oh
re-ask
yeah,
it?
I got you. Yeah, I was asking Key J, does he because it sounded like he was making an argument basically to have somebody prove it. So are you saying are you going against it? Are you saying that we're not from the ancient Egyptians?
Well, my when I did my ancestry, it went back to Benin and Togo area from West Africa. And I'm not familiar with any migration from Egypt into West Africa. That's why I asked you that question. But you would be hard pressed. We got to remember that the word dynasty is just another word for family. So I think you would be hard pressed to say that you come from a particular lineage from an Egyptian bloodline. I think that might be kind of hard to prove.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just playing earlier, brother. I'm really more of a Christian. I really don't care about none of this. Honestly, if we having a free fall, really my whole discussion and argument would be just like the other brother was trying to, with Antonio, he was really trying to allude to this earlier, right? What's the point, right? Rather we find any of this stuff to be true and we actually come to like a concrete piece of evidence, you know what I mean? What do y'all feel like this is actually going to do for any of us? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I feel as though that we will figure it out, we'll have the facts. I mean, but you still gonna be who you are regardless. Yeah, how do y'all feel about that?
I feel like having some understanding of who we were, can help us better.
Keon, I really
Yeah.
want you to really think about what you just said. What's the what you mean, brother?
Well, I mean, what's the point?
That was crazy. What's the point? What's the point? Whether it is and you find out it is or not. Brother, shouldn't that always be, we should always be striving for truth and information? That's like, man, what's the point of letting your daughter or your baby go to school to learn mathematics? What's the point? What we gonna do? Come on, Keon, man.
Nah, because one is certified and the other one is not. See, this is my point. My point is that we're trying to find this identity, and like I said, we have this infatuation with trying to find our identity when we should be believing we already have our identity, and it's not because of the color of our skin,
brother.
Hold on. It's not because of the color of our skin. It's not because of the crinkly of your hair. It's because of the name that was given to you by the loved ones that birthed you. That should be your identity.
No, that's incorrect, brother.
Yeah, that's very incorrect.
Come on, speak on that.
So mostly, like your last name is White, right?
Yes, sir.
I guarantee you that is the name of the slave master that owned the plantation that your ancestors were from. So you're still carrying, huh?
What does that matter? My parents wasn't my slave owners.
Well, I believe I just
from their last name, but their last name isn't who they are. Who they are is Angela Willis and Anthony White, who was my parents. That's who I know from, not my slave.
So they're carrying on that identity, that legacy through the slave master's name. So I mean, I do believe that there's So I do believe that having an understanding of who we were can help us to further our future and to have an understanding of who we actually are. So it definitely matters. When it has to do with having pride and self-esteem to be able to know, hey, I come from here. I come from. You understand? Like if you sit in the classroom with a bunch of European students and they're teaching you that your ancestors were slaves, and like it do you understand like the superiority complex that they're instilling at an early age?
Yeah, our grandparents, not us. Were you born with what that they were superior to you? Do you feel like white people are superior to you right now?
I never in my life have I been intimidated.
sa.neter, have you ever been intimidated or felt like white people were superior to you?
Yes, at one point I did in my life when I was real young.
Okay, and this is my point, right? Because sa.neter is older.
No, when I say that, let me tell you what I mean. Because see, I'm a 60s baby. You knew.
Exactly. Exactly. That was my point.
Myself up. When we was growing up, I mean, I speak for myself. I always thought that the white man was somehow a little smarter because that's where we came out of, man. These people been, doing all kind of things. They control the world. They control the school system. Even when you look at the situation of Malcolm, right? Even Malcolm felt that way at one point when they said, all you're going to be is a carpenter. All you can do is do the carpenter work. You see? And so what happened was I began to get knowledge and started reading some of the books and gaining some knowledge. And then, meeting a lot of people in life and realize that no, they are the ones that's inferior of us. They are afraid. So my life has been a goddamn dramatic turnaround, brother. And some of us still believe that to this day, that they are inferior of the white man. You know that. They call Toms. They call Negroes.
It's minuscule, and really, that was my Apostle. You want to say something? Go ahead. My fault.
Yeah, I want to share something with you, man.
Your mic is low.
You got to turn your mic up, brother.
And I just turned it down.
Nah, you got to turn it up, man. You way down.
Let me do this.
You still down, brother.
Take it off automatic. Let me take it off and let me turn it up here. How's it now?
Still low.
Yep.
Still low.
Yep. It sounds like you far away. Like maybe you probably don't have the right mic in there. That's what it sounds like.
Well, this is a condensed mic. Let me check my settings on.
We can't hear you, but it's just low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go
How
ahead.
about right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Side, is it all right?
Uh-huh.
All right.
I think so on the phone. Go ahead. Go ahead, Apostle.
All right. In 1964, about that, I was with my father. We went into a department store in Washington, D.C. called Woolworth and Loafer. My father wanted to buy a hat, but he wasn't sure if it fitted. They called the police on him because he
Is he extremely soft or is it just me?
Oh yeah. And Apostle, see if your mic that you got in your hand, if it's connected, because it sounds like you're talking through your computer mic. That's what it sounds like.
Oh no, the mic is.
Yeah, I'm not hearing nothing. I'm not hearing nothing when you tapping it.
Yeah, brother, you might have to exit out and come back in.
All right. What about now?
Still distant.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't understand.
That's crazy because I'm really.
You probably got to unplug your mic, then plug it back in. That's what it seemed like you might have to do.
I'm gonna turn this on.
Can't hear you either, Sock.
No, it's on the phone.
Yeah. Let's get Apostle right.
I'm gonna turn it off so I can turn it back.
Damn, Apostle, man, something always wrong with your joint.
Hey, Apostle, you might need to go to your StreamYard settings. Cube said this in the
turn your mic up.
Yeah,
No, hold on. Apostle, are you using this cam up here? Your cam on your computer. Look on the top of your computer. No. Over here. Yeah. Are you using that?
No.
Oh, okay. Because it got volume in there too. You got to cut that volume up if you was using that.
I can turn that on.
Okay.
Let me turn it on.
Nah, you don't got to. You ain't got to. You just got to turn up your mic, brother. And you can turn up your mic using your Rodecaster Pro. On level 1, turn it up right there, brother. Turn it up right there.
Yeah, when I go any louder, it starts ringing.
Yeah, just turn it up.
Testing.
Keep going.
There we go.
Keep going.
Testing.
Right there is fine.
Testing.
Nah, I think Apostle just talking louder.
Yeah, no, Apostle, you turning the wrong button, bro. It's the wrong button. No, listen.
It was going up.
Look. Don't hit the button. Hit the number 1 with your hand on the screen. You see it down there? Hit that number 1 with the mic right next to it. on the Rodecaster Pro, brother. You see it? Yeah, hit that. Now what happened? You know, that's how you turn your mic up. You hit that and then you push the plus sign. When you hit that button right there, is the screen gonna pop up, and then you hit the plus or you hit the minus.
So I think it's his StreamYard audio settings. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think his mic
All right,
is
Apostle. All right, man. You got to learn how to work your joint, man. I tell you what.
Can you hear me now?
If you pay for a plane ticket, I'll come visit you and hook it up, brother.
No, for real. Me too.
Yo, did you hear me? If you give me a round trip ticket, I'll come out there and hook your sound up. Hook it all up for you. Yes. You're low. You're low. Give me a bus ticket, man. A round trip bus ticket. I'll come out there and take care of it for you. He ain't hearing me. He ain't hearing me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you real low. You real low. I don't think he got his mic hooked up at all. That's what I think.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
His mic is not hooked up at all. Hey, Apostle, when you talk, do you see a light going up and down like you talking? Yeah, see, you can't even hear me. His mic ain't hooked up. Let's move on. Let's get back to this conversation Keon was having. Keon, you need to learn, brother. You're a young brother, man. You need to learn that your history of yourself is very, very important. That is mostly important of anything, brother. Is the knowledge of you, of yourself.
I could chime in on that.
Of your
just looking at the knowledge itself is understanding that like you had a father that was here before you. He had a father that was here before him. He had a father that was here before him. All these people that had fathers and mothers and fathers that was here before we got here. We still in the same place. So that's what be tripping me out when I hear people have conversations about history as if we on a different planet from the people that was here before us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what make the knowledge itself. I mean, the furthest I did trace myself back, I use ancestry.com. I trace one of my great grandfathers back all the way to the Revolutionary War. So
hey, 1 minute. There you go. That's it right there. That's it right there.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. Hey, Apostle, do you hear me? Yeah, that's what it is too. I forgot to tell him that. Apostle not in the chair, man. Damn. He can't even hear me. All right, yo, go ahead, finish talking, brother. I'm gonna call him.
But it's important to know yourself because once you get to tracking this history, now it really ain't about no more. Like, oh, we went through slavery or we went through this or we came from here. Now you learning about yourself and you learning about this certain lands that you didn't have, that your people didn't own. For example, I was driving trucks and I ended up going down to Tennessee and I came across, my last name is Thigpen. I came across a Thigpen library, a Thigpen Thigpen school, a Thigpen farm. And I'm looking like, what the hell? So I get to looking into the people who own this. These people is from Greece. So how's these people from Greece came over here, got my last name, and they own their farms and own their libraries and stuff.
You got their last name. You said it wrong.
No. They got my Thigpen is an English last name. That is not a Greek. That's not a Greece last. That's not a last name from overseas. And
but
a lot of
it ain't no African last name either.
Well, you got to think African is an English word that you use. Africa is an English word. Every word that you use to describe the world.
You deflected now. You deflected.
No, I'm not deflecting. I'm just saying.
We're talking about Thigpen. It ain't no African name,
exactly.
Brother.
So you said I took their last name, but they from Greece. They from Greece.
I was just telling the brother that we have the last names of the plantation owners. Johnson's, black people names like Johnson, Brown, William, Smith. Them are the names of the plantation owners
I got a question. So all these laws that they made, right? Didn't they make a lot of laws to stop black people?
Okay.
Black codes, Jim Crow laws.
So what made slavery? So what made slavery any different?
What do you mean? As an obstacle in our life to overcome, or you just saying? What do you mean?
What made them outlawing slavery any different from them outlawing black people from having guns?
What you
What?
you
You
gonna have to
dealing
break
with
that
them
down.
prohibiting something versus a physical aspect. Slavery was physical.
Look, before they start allowing
Laws
immigrants
and
to come to,
constructs.
before they start allowing immigrants to come to
Oh
America,
man, he a
let me
MAGA.
listen,
He's
listen,
a
listen,
MAGA.
Okay.
listen. Before they start allowing immigrants to come to America after the revolution, I mean after the Civil War and after the Reconstruction era, you had a lot of the immigrants coming in, right? So
Yeah.
before they did that, they had to outlaw slavery. Why would they have to do something like that? Why would they have to outlaw slavery before the immigrants came to America?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that? Let me
I'm
know.
asking you.
I don't know. Let me know.
Think about it.
So,
No,
so
just tell me. I want you to tell me
Right.
because this
That's
is
what
what
it
y'all do.
says.
Just tell me.
They were slaves, man.
You want chat?
So are
So
you
they had
saying
to
they were really
outlaw.
Mexicans?
No, listen.
Yeah, I
When they
see.
brought all these people, all the Russians that was coming over here, all the Germans that was coming over here,
Okay, the
all the
guy
Irish
just
people
told
that
me
was coming over
something.
here on ships.
Now, okay, can you hear
Okay.
me now?
so listen. Though they had
Indentured
colonies over here, that's
servitude is
why they
what
was
they went
coming
through.
over here. Right? They came over as indentured servants. They came
Oh,
over to. Right. So what are you
so when
talking
they
about?
come, it's indentured
Yeah.
service, but if we come, it's slavery.
It's
It was
But
chattel
we supposed to
physical.
slavery.
be.
That's because they left deliberately.
They were
Listen.
here.
We was taken. We were
Hold on.
taken. They left. There's a
Hold on.
difference. Yes.
Right. There's a
Yeah,
difference between chattel slavery and indentured
Physically taken.
yeah.
servitude.
It's
It's
funny.
showing the picture of my
You
mic.
had to work your way to your
It,
freedom.
it,
Pull your
Yeah, you ain't
you
picture
want to
up.
ready
tell you
yet.
what's funny?
And
You
while
want to
I'm
tell you what's funny to
talking,
me about
the
slavery?
You
leaderboard
ain't
It's
ready
funny
yet.
changed.
how they put
It
you in
was black that was
school.
It's
indentured
running
servitude
from
And
as well.
left to right
it's funny how they take you
up
as
in
a
the plus
baby, right?
sign.
And put
Yeah.
you in school, put you through school, and while you're going through slavery, they
One
teaching
thing
you
I
about
gotta
slavery.
ask is,
So listen, hold on, one question, brother.
my
Because
hearing,
because
the
because
mute
all
button.
so
I,
public school is a choice, right?
it's not muted.
Not when you're a kid. I mean,
I
when you
hope
5 years
not.
old, you ain't got no choice.
What do you mean not when
I
it's a
hope
kid?
you going
Your
to public
parent
school.
your parents have a choice to put you in a public school, a charter school, or to homeschool you.
I mean,
I mean,
yes, but I hope they don't look at me like that.
they went to
So
school too, though. So how they any
so
different
so
from?
but hold on, I'm just saying when you know that. So like for instance, if my child, if I don't want them going to a public school that I know has a curriculum that I don't agree with, I'm going to take them and place them into a charter school or homeschool them so they get the curriculum that I want them to
Testing one.
have. So it's
Testing
a
one.
choice, brother. Like you ain't got to
Testing
take your
one.
kids to public school. If you do,
Look, I'm
that's
not.
because you.
Hold on, y'all.
Hey,
I think Apostle's good now.
testing. I can't even hear me in my earphones now.
All right,
Yeah,
now
Apostle's
I
good.
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Low, you're low.
Damn, bro. So
You're
yeah,
low. Let me see. Let me
we
turn
did
you
what
up.
you were saying. I set him up on that. But
Do you hear me better?
no, you still low, but I can hear you.
I mean, I can hear you, but you still low.
That's on your end. You got it. Oh, all right. Now look at all right. You see the knobs over here. You got 4 buttons over here.
Right.
Turn up the first button.
It's up.
Do you get hear better?
I hear you. I hear
A,
you.
a lot better?
Say something.
Do you hear me a lot better?
Yeah.
All right, that's because
Yeah.
you're turning it up on your yeah, you're turning it up.
Yeah.
So
It's
there you go.
almost all the way up.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, if you send me a bus ticket, I'll come out and do it for you.
Yeah. It might be worth it.
It
Yeah,
might be one.
come up there and hook it up, man. All right, let me cut off of this, man.
Let me see something. Yeah, get off. You know, I might have been hearing you on the phone all the time. Where you at now?
Yeah, I'm right here. I can hear you.
Okay, I hear y'all. So
There you
I
go.
can deal with it.
Yeah,
It
we'll
sounds
just deal with
low.
it like this.
Y'all not ringing in my ear like you was.
All right.
What I was gonna do, and I still might do it. I might just switch the mic later on. I hope
Hey,
ain't nothing wrong with this mic, because I'm gonna send it back in if it is.
Hey, Apostle. So with the conversation, right? So what was your when you were a kid? Was there like a sense of a superiority complex?
Yeah,
Like,
listen to what I'm saying, man.
yeah.
Have you ever seen your father?
Was that the yeah. Yep.
I mean, literally embarrassed
Mm.
in front of his son.
Oh man.
They almost locked my father up for trying a hat on in 1964 in a men's clothing store in Washington, D.C.
Chocolate City.
in 1964.
Mm.
My father was literally, I mean, he was scared to look at the police in his face. You know what that did to me, man?
No, I feel you.
In 1964, I was 9 years old, man. You know what that did to me?
Yeah.
I swore a cop would never treat me like that, man. I would never let a white man treat me like that. And when I moved down here in South Carolina in 2006, I got locked up. I hadn't been locked up in years, man. At a garage shop because they cheated me, a mechanic, they cheated me out of my money and didn't fix my car. And my car was not fixed. And plus they still, and I had to pay the money. But my son was in the car with me. He got to experience what I got to experience as a kid. Finding out who I was, being able to trace my family back 7 generations, all the way back to 1767. It gave me a valuable lesson that my history doesn't begin with slavery. The blood that's flowing through me are great people, man, that lived before me.
But don't your history Apostle, begin with slavery?
No, it goes beyond slavery.
Well, if you're saying that those people in the book, your Bible, the ancestors are your ancestors, didn't they come up out of slavery, out of Kemet, according to your Bible?
My grandfather before slavery.
Yeah, I'm talking about the people, the ancient people of the Hebrew.
I'm just saying, I know my family. I know I came from the
It was crazy, man, when you got to live by that book, brother.
Listen to what I'm saying, son.
I'm listening.
Ain't no DNA taught me. I searched my history back to Sierra Leone.
Yeah, but wasn't you slaves in Egypt? Wasn't your ancestors slaves in Egypt?
I'm talking about my immediate family, man. I'm just talking about my
I'm
family.
talking about your family too. Now all of a sudden, your Israelite brothers are not your immediate family. You call them your ancestors, brother.
There's things
Told you I'm not real with this, bro.
Listen,
told you know it's a joke. That's why you said my immediate family.
Things as a Hebrew I experienced, but there's things as personal that I experienced in life. I'm not cursed personally.
Let me ask you a question. Are the Israelites your immediate family, the ancestors?
Through my ancestry, yes.
Okay, so was your ancestors enslaved
I'm talking about
in Egypt?
I'm talking about my
No.
father.
Was your ancestors enslaved in Egypt?
Yes, sir.
So y'all was enslaved not once, but even twice when you came out of Egypt, and you know,
not just in Egypt.
You came across on the transatlantic slave trade, right?
We were slaved in Egypt, Babylon, by the Persians, by the Greeks, by the Romans.
Now check this out.
Here in America.
Now stop. Now, what does that say about your Lord and Savior, your God? What does that say? Why is your God keep giving you up to all these nations, to these people? Why?
Why?
Yes.
As a nation or as an individual?
Brother, stop it, man. I'm asking you. It's not an individual, as a nation.
He's preparing us for what's to come.
And what is that to come?
Glorious.
Excuse me.
Our glorious triumph. When you're going to be still begging bread, I won't be. I'll be part of the hierarchy. Just like in the kingdom. The reason why I called you, man, because Shaka's going to come on tonight and talk about the pyramids and how great his ancestors were that built those pyramids. And I'm going to call in and call him a damn liar.
Let him know. Let him know.
All right? Because his ancestors did not build them damn pyramids.
It's like, let him know he got paid. He can't run. He can't run.
All right? I'm going to call in and call him a damn liar. Just like he just called the book Hebrews to Negroes to Hebrews, or Hebrews to Negroes. And he said the book was a lie, or that movie was a lie. Everything he believed is a lie. And honestly, man, I don't know why you mess with him, because he's no different than polite.
Oh man.
All right, yo, let's not go there, brother.
I'm just saying.
Let's not go there, brother.
Right.
Yeah, but let's not go there, brother.
White is convicted.
Hold up. One thing I do know is that Israelites, they like to slander a lot of people. So let's not go there.
Slander nobody.
But let's not go there because you don't want nobody slandering you or nothing like that, brother.
I tell you what. You don't have to worry about me. Nobody doing that.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about me.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Stay with the knowledge, brother. Stay with the information.
Hey, Apostle, I got a question about.
I'm a Gemini. But you know what?
Hold up. You're a Gemini? Apostle, you said you're a Gemini?
I'm a Gemini. I was born on May 31st. Listen, do you know how many people on May 31st is going to turn 70 years old? On my birthday. You know how many people I share that birthday with?
Over
14,000 people share my birthday here in America alone.
Okay. I want to ask you a question.
That a zodiac sign is not only just going to tell my future, but it's going to get their future exact and right, just like it's doing mine. That right there in itself is some ignorant stuff, man. For everybody to believe that because of a day that you was born, what's going to happen to you, according to a zodiac sign, is going to happen to 14 of 1,000 people here in America.
So instead, you believe in a mysterious spook god that you can't see or never seen before.
I don't believe in a mysterious spook god.
Have you seen your God before?
Have I seen him?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
I've never seen him.
Okay. Yes, you did. You just don't know how he looked.
Exactly.
Apostle.
but
You ain't
I
crazy.
experienced it.
Apostle, ask me that
I've
question.
never seen this air
Ask
I'm
me that
sucking
ask
in
me that
here.
question, Apostle. Ask me that same question.
Just answer it. I don't need to ask that to you.
I would have said when I look in the mirror, I see him.
Okay, that's good. If you think you Most High God,
No,
You not God,
you know,
brother.
if that's what you
no,
think,
no. I never said that.
you know, I look in the mirror and I see me.
Who are
I
you?
see my shortfalls, but most of all, I see my upcomings. But most of what I see, that there is a God, but it ain't me. And thank God, it ain't me.
And that's why you won't accomplish much.
You got to think.
Hold on,
I tell you
God move
what,
I
around
thought
like
you Hotep was talking about the
God move
woman
around
was
like
God. What
Agent
happened to
Smith,
that?
man.
let's lay down your life
Yeah,
with my
God.
life, and let's look at your checkbook against mine. Let's look at your accomplishments
Oh
against
man,
mine.
he said go
Well,
bed for bed.
Who been living a
there's
better
pleasure.
life?
There's pleasure in sin for a season too. The devil has.
I'm
Well,
not. No, I'm responding to his information that I'm
Brother, he
not going
said
to
go
achieve
bed for bed.
much. That's what I responded to.
You
Stop
know,
playing. Stop
God
playing
move
with me.
around like
Go
Agent
bed
Smith,
for
man.
bed.
Yourself.
You hear me, King J?
My
God move around like
accomplishments
Agent Smith,
speak for
man. God could
God,
jump
themselves.
in. God could jump in you at any given time and take over your body, like at any given
man,
time.
Hold
It's like
on,
looking into the.
I thought you Hotep was saying that your black woman was God. Whatever happened to that? Y'all gave up
Yeah,
on
I
that
mean that's
since
No,
y'all
true.
that's a
wasn't getting
cat.
since y'all
That's
wasn't
a
getting nothing.
Catholic. That's a Catholic belief.
Yeah,
That's not a
Catholic,
Catholic
no,
belief.
man, come on, man.
Woman is God is a Catholic belief. They got the Virgin Mary as they symbol, the woman and child. They
They don't
Man,
worship
the
teach
women and
Virgin
she's
Mary
children.
God.
ain't God. The Virgin Mary
They
is
don't
is
teach she's
worship, but she
God.
ain't
But that's
God,
the
Come on,
Catholic. That's
man.
the Catholic
Don't.
belief, though.
the
brother.
Can
Trinity,
A
anybody
the
lot of
show
you
me in
Trinity.
ancient
Hoteps was
Kemet where
just
they say that?
All right. Hold on, y'all. You got to be one at a time so we can hear each other. All right. Go ahead. Uno.
I had a question for Apostle, but about like what we talking about the worship of the woman, or what we talking about right now?
Whatever you're talking
uh,
about.
if you got a question, go ahead and ask me. Go ahead.
Okay. Apostle, I had a question about like is it possible that in the Old Testament, is it possible that it's a race of angels? I'm just get straight to it. I ain't gonna jump into no verses and nothing like that. But
Let's
is
get
it
it.
possible that it's a race of angels that's being ignored? Like, is it, and it's possible like that we could be them race of angels that was described in the Bible, I think it was Sodom and Gomorrah, when they seen the angels going there to talk to
The angels saw the humans and got jealous, and they came down and had sex with the women.
well,
Hold
I'm
on.
talking about when the angels talked to Lot. Remember when they talked to Lot and
That's
Lot, and
way later.
they was telling.
That's way after though. That's
Yeah, that's what I'm
after.
saying. So, and remember, the people wanted to have sex with them. Remember, they would like tell them men to come, tell them beautiful men to come outside so we can have sex with them. And then Lot offered his daughters to them, and they was like, "No, we
Right.
don't want them."
Right. Right.
Brother, you about to call somebody to come in here and straighten you out, man. Nepal, don't straighten them out, Nepal. Don't
No,
come in here and fight
They
nobody, Nepal.
they
It's
had that
okay, Nepal.
homosexual spirit on them, man.
no,
Oh
I'm just
man,
saying a race,
Unfortunately, that homosexual spirit is real.
No, but what are you talking about? A race of angels? You just said
a race.
those were two angels that came down that God sent. That was not a race
Well,
of angels.
It was
well,
Angels
not.
don't have
it was actually
angels.
three.
I
But
mean,
Right.
so it's kind of a problem because anytime, and this is the problem where I got with a lot of like, spirituality is anytime we get physical, we take it back to something mental. Right? So when we look at the physical part of what was going on in that situation, there was three men there. The people saw that men, and the people wanted to engage in activities with them men. That's physical. That's what they saw. That's what they wanted. So to say that they came down, now it's like, come on, man. Now we talking Disney Channel, and we know that
why are we talking Disney Channel?
when you talk about they came down, God sent them down. No, they was here already.
Oh, they
We
were.
they would like let's not take it away. Let's not take it
according
away
to
from the
who?
physical.
According to who?
So why
According
you
to the
got a
crowd,
problem with they came down? Don't you
because
believe the same as below is above, and the
Well,
same as above is below?
because it takes away from the physical. It takes away from the reality that it was
From
it
what
was three
reality?
men right there, and in order for a man to stand in front of you, a man had to be born to be here.
Yeah, well,
Unless
I'll
it's
put
an
it this way.
allegory.
All right, time out,
According to the
time out, everybody. We got a call, in-house call. Peace and blessings. What's up, brother?
How you doing, son? This is Indentured, man.
All right, we got a indigenous black man on the call, and go ahead, say what you want to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to straighten these guys out real quick. Indentured servants, slavery came from the Slavics. That's white people. Okay, indentured servitude was brought over here, worked to death. You know, that was indentured servitude. It's slavery also. The woman goddess comes from Sophia, the Greeks. Okay, and then a race of angels. How is it a race of people? The race that comes from Johann Friedrich Blumenbach. So y'all sitting up here just mixing up stuff out the side of y'all's neck, don't even know what y'all talking about. Okay? So let's just get back to like I said, race is a social construct. The woman goddess comes from Sophia. Okay? And then indentured servitude is slavery. I just wanted to say that to y'all real quick because y'all just up here just messing up this show with a whole bunch of nonsense. And I think sa.neter for
Go ahead.
What was that?
Finish.
And then you just added some more nonsense.
Well, I am finished. I just wanted to say that because all this stuff that they talking about, like the Slavs, they say, oh, when slaves was black. No, the Slavics, it started with the white people, the Slavs. Okay? So you got to know your history. Come up here and start running your mouth. Like Keon, he don't even know what the hell he's talking about, but he pulls up on every platform. And then that Swarthy guy with the gaps in his teeth, he gonna sit up in his mouth. He follows in behind my teachings, and he tries to repeat my stuff. Y'all ain't ready. So you need to start learning before you come in here and start running your mouth on stuff you don't even know about.
All right.
And I appreciate it, sa.neter, and I thank you very much. And we're gonna do some stuff, brother, because I'm tired of all these lies out here.
All right. There you go.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Don't let him leave.
Yeah, you gonna let him do a drive-by, Sa. How you gonna let him do a drive-by, Sa? You gonna let him just shoot the crowd up and drive off, Sa?
He did a drive-by.
Every
Hey, I would have just asked him one question, Sa, in regards to the worship of the female goddess. Was he familiar with Balat? Was he familiar with Asherah? Was he familiar with all those female deities that predate that Greek goddess that he just named? So
thank you.
He just came up here and said a bunch of nothing.
Brother,
Exactly.
brother. We talking about a man who don't even know how to get on the panel. I mean, I love indigenous, but learn how to get on the panel first. Work a computer, and then then we could probably go ahead and talk about it. You know what I mean? But love
got beat up.
He's
on his
correct when
panel.
when he comes to slavery. The term comes from the Slavs, but the slavery was taking place. The physical form was taking place before the word even came from the word Slav. So people need to realize that they dealing with etymology. We dealing with you cannot tell me that slavery did not take place before they coined the term Slav or slavery, man.
Look,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
a lot of people get the prison system that was taking place back then mixed in with slavery, and they sprinkle that prison system in there because back then when they had prison, meaning real prisoners, people that fought in wars, it was a men and women prison. And so if you in a prison camp, you still able to move around freely, have sex. You just belong to the prison. And
Brother,
so you had a race. Listen, you had a race of people that started having children in that prison. So now you got 7 years in prison. Your woman got 7 years in prison, but you have a child in there. That child is a ward of the state. That baby belongs to the prison for life. So now what you gonna do? You gonna leave your kid, or you gonna stay here and raise your children at the prison?
Well, after your family is enslaved, once they went to war, the people that they went to war with on the enemy side, they would usually take them as captures or something of war. I forgot. Sorry.
POW,
Prisoners of
prisoner
war.
of war.
And that is prisoners of war, and that's slavery, brother. Rather, I mean, I don't know. We wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure they walked in there with chains around their necks and feet. That's slavery, brother.
Yeah,
Y'all
but it
do know
wasn't chattel
Tupac was
slavery.
born in jail, right?
You
Come
said
on now.
Tupac?
Y'all do know his mother gave birth to him in jail.
And just imagine if the prison was able to keep that baby. But you did your time, but the baby stays with us because it was born here. So what you gonna do? You gonna stay here or you gonna leave?
Are you using this argument to say that since I mean our parents were slaves, but we're not slaves? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, see, we talk about our parents. That's a whole different.
Where'd he go? Are you there?
Sa cut in, but can't hear him.
Yeah.
Oh, you said.
Hold on, y'all. Apostle is real low. So Apostle, what are you saying that to say what though, brother?
We started, he was talking about if a child is born in jail, I was saying, well, I don't know about that, but Tupac was born in jail, and I don't think he remained in jail with his mother.
Fact.
Oh no, I'm talking about during the 1800s.
Oh, okay.
It was men and women prisoners. They didn't start separating men and women until the 1900s to later on. Men and women was in prison. Yeah. That prison system just imagine if somebody told you history of Black America from behind prison bars and they raised in prison. They're going to tell you a slave story. So what we listen to is people from that time who are telling POW stories, and we take that POW story and attach it to Black history. I'm listening to you.
L. You take a lot of stuff and you conflate it all together.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense. Right. It's very hard to follow what point you're actually trying to make because
let me tell you, King J. He's basically trying to say that it's not prisoner. He's making a Hotep argument here. He's basically saying that the slavery back in them days, back in the Egyptian days, just like I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys say, it wasn't the slavery that we know of it as now. Trying to downplay that slavery. Basically trying to say that Egyptians didn't enslave people. They just put them as prisoners. I mean, this is ridiculous.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the 1800s. The 1800s, you got to keep in mind, America was a war zone. That's why it's important to know your own history. Before we go into Africa, we got to know America. You're supposed to know American history down to the T before you know anything about Africa. How you gonna not know about where you at, but know about where you're not at? So
are you saying there were some African Americans that wasn't slaves but was prisoners of war?
Yes, a lot. This was a war zone. You can count more. America was a war zone
before the Civil War. Before the Civil War?
Yes, you had plenty of battles. Plenty of wars. You had the war 1812. You had the revolution. You had so many wars here.
What you mean many?
War was global at one point.
What do you mean by that, man?
Oh my God.
We've only had maybe 3 or 4
battles.
War was global.
What are you talking about?
He's not making a point.
3 or 4 is the most. But I mean, brother, rather regardless of if they was prisoners of wars or slavery, the name doesn't really matter. It's how they was treated. That's what matters. That's what pretty much makes slavery bad. It's not because of the name. It's because of what happened.
Chattel slavery.
I'm not going to get into the specifics. I mean, we know what we talk about.
The specifics is what matters.
Regardless.
There's a difference.
I want to get back to what y'all was saying earlier about the angels and all of this stuff. I've been teaching this for a while now, and we should be on point with this. Nobody did any research to back up to see what I was saying, especially you, Keon, and Revelation. And it's already too late for Apostle. He's stuck in his way. He ain't going to change. And so what I was saying is when you read the Bible, there's no God that exists in the Bible. There is no devil. The devil and the true living God. And that's why Apostle never met him and never seen him. He don't understand what it is. He's thinking of some like superhero outside of the Bible. He needs to know that the Bible is just talking about you. The Bible is talking about you when they talk about God, and the Bible is talking about you when they talking about the devil. It's good versus evil. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
You know, and you see it every day on the planet in real life. There's good versus evil on the planet. So when these men came together to tell a story, they only telling their story through their life experience and what they experience. And that's why you see so much wickedness in it, because there are wicked white men back then that translated and wrote how they do that story. How they would and hit somebody over the goddamn head. How they would pick up little children and bash their head up against the rock. You see, they talking about man, bro. Hold on, Apostle.
Apostle.
I know it's hurting. I know it's getting to you, mother. But the fact of the matter is, apostles keep looking for a superhero that's in the book. It's not. That's why you're never going to find it. That's why God never reveals itself. You got to reveal it. And when you look in that mirror, like King J said, you got to see one half as God and another half as evil. What you gonna do with the evil part? We're gonna chain it up. That's why in the Bible it says what? It said God chained up the devil. How many years? How long, Keon?
A lot, brother.
1,000.
How many revelations?
1,000.
All right, so that's what you got to do. You got to chain that devil, lock him up that exists inside of you, and try to live God's life. That's all it's telling you. That's why they say the book is written in what? Similes and metaphors and all this stuff, right? It also tells you that damn, what scripture is that? I know you can help me, Brother Keon. I mean, oh man, I'm gonna paraphrase. Hopefully Nepal could probably get it.
On a paraphrase.
Scripture where it says these things are just metaphors, something like that. I wish I would.
What are you talking about again? Say it.
When it talks about these things are just a metaphor, like it's not real. Don't take it as it's real. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's a scripture.
I think you're talking about when you're talking about speaking metaphors and stuff.
Nah, it's in Galatians. You're talking about these things are all allegories. That's what he's talking about.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Don't take it as real. These are all allegories. So even the Bible tells you that. You see?
The book of Galatians, sa.neter.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's out of context, but okay. All right.
What I'm telling y'all is, man, when you're looking for the God, look in the mirror.
Find that scripture and tell me, because there is allegories in the book, but the whole book ain't allegory.
Thank you.
There is parables in the book, but the whole book ain't parables.
Thank you.
There is no scripture that says that this book is all allegory. No scripture says that.
So why you never seen God before, Apostle? Why you think you never seen God?
Shown himself to us yet.
Because you looking outside of it for God.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. It says in the book, no man has seen him and lived. So
he showed Moses his robe, and Moses almost died.
All right, now who's saying that, Apostle? Apostle, who's saying that?
His glory.
Hey, Apostle, I'm asking you a question. Who said that no man has ever seen God and live? Who said that?
It's in the scriptures,
right. And when you read the scriptures, it's always hearsay. He said this. He said God said this. He said Jesus said that. It's all hearsay. God never speaks for itself. Brother?
In the Old Testament, God speaks for himself all the time.
All right, what it says? What did God say?
Just says the Lord God.
And you believe that that's God?
That's what it says.
Come on.
It's Apostle. He's saying that God spoke in Shakespearean, huh? Thus says the Lord.
This is ridiculous.
Y'all, all you guys are like little trolls.
Yeah. That's funny.
Y'all beat.
That's funny.
Like little trolls. Got no independent thought.
Y'all always talk about
Apostle.
Shakespeare wrote.
Apostle talk. His mic is low. Y'all let him go.
I'm just saying, he can come up and say anything, and most of you guys on the panel agree with him. In spite or what the scripture says. Just like Revelation says, yeah, it's all allegory. Ain't no scripture say that. But
Galatians said that.
Galatians don't say it.
He gave you the scripture.
I told him Galatians said that. I didn't say the entire Bible said it. I told him it's just one book in the Bible that said it. That's what I said.
Yeah,
and it's the truth. It's in Galatians.
In that chapter, he's talking about the story of Hagar and Sarah. It's not talking about the whole.
Well, if the Bible not real, then how is Egypt real? How is any pharaohs real?
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Because you can go there.
Look at this book right here.
The reason
look at my screen. What that book say?
The reason that you real is because you can go to Egypt right now.
Literally, you ain't got to go, brother. Just go to Google Maps. Like
geographical location, my brother.
Hold on, you can go to the museum and you can see them in there. Come on, man. Now, if Jesus was this powerful figure, where's the body of Jesus? Wouldn't they put that in the museum? Hold on. I'm talking, y'all. Where's the mother of Jesus? Where's Jesus' brother? Where's James? Where's all of these? Where's the 12 disciples? Where's any proof of Jesus, man?
The Bible.
Paul showed you that, right?
On paper.
You got mad at him.
Hey, Saul, can you look this up real quick? Can you look up authentic pictures of Jesus?
I'm not doing nobody work, brother.
No, I'm talking about so they can see the picture. It's an authentic picture of Jesus that was found in Tennessee. Yes, the Vatican came and took it. Look it up.
Oh my God, brother.
Look it up,
brother. This is not Facebook University, brother. That's not gonna work around here.
No, listen,
brother. In Tennessee.
Listen what I'm saying.
One at a time, y'all. One at a time.
There was an authentic painting. It was a white woman. I guess she was doing drugs or selling herself. She went to this old man trailer. She went in that trailer. When he fell asleep, she seen a painting. She took the painting. Listen, she took that painting and tried to sell it for some drugs. Listen, this is the funny part. The drug dealer seen the painting and called the police on her.
Yeah, you believed it, huh?
Come on, man. This is documented. Ain't about belief. This is documented, brother.
Okay, and what
the Vatican took that painting. They locked her up for the painting.
Okay. He was
and the Vatican came and took the painting. This is authentic news. This was on the news. This ain't no Facebook article. This ain't no must read nothing. This is authentic. They got a real painting of Jesus that was found in Tennessee.
Brother, it was found because it was stolen.
Brother, you said authentic painting. Okay,
yeah, authentic, meaning the person who painted that saw Jesus and painted him.
Brother, oh my goodness.
No.
Look at the painting before you talk. You ain't seen it, you just talking.
The scripture literally tells us we cannot look at him. So, I mean, come on, bro. Oh, you said Jesus. I'm sorry. My fault, bro. You said Jesus. But still, brother, I mean, you're making it sound like...
do your research. You supposed to be quiet and then supposed to be looking and then come back and talk.
I got you.
You ain't even take a second of silence.
What's the Facebook name that I gotta look up to find this?
Authentic painting of Jesus found in Tennessee.
Okay, I'll look it up.
It's a news article. This ain't no.
So Jesus was in Tennessee.
Hey, look. I ain't say he was in Tennessee. How long is Tennessee? How long the name Tennessee?
You said that the person painted it was looking at Jesus when he painted it.
Hey, look.
Was he in Tennessee?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
What is
that? No, that ain't it.
Oh,
that ain't it.
That's the painting. Yeah, that's the painting. That's the painting.
No, it's a deeper picture than that. It's a headshot.
All right,
it's a head painting of him.
Uno, is Jesus black?
Look at the painting.
Oh, brother.
Look at the painting. The painting.
Okay, based off of the painting, is Jesus black to you?
Yes, he was black. He was black.
That's not.
Because the issue with the painting is, and this will bring a lot of fear to people's heart when we talk about this painting, is because that painting. Listen, that painting means that Jesus was here at a more recent time than what they teaching.
In Tennessee.
Yeah, that make your heart race fast. That make your heart race fast.
Not at all, brother.
Come on, man.
You come on here?
Not
Why
at
you
all,
come on here to troll today?
I mean, you trolling right now. You smiling, having a good time. We talking about something serious because there's people that lost their lives and lived their lives off Jesus. They changed their lives off Jesus.
Oh no, you just said a crackhead found a picture of Jesus in Tennessee.
She stole a picture. She stole
He gave
a
us
picture.
a Hallmark special movie talking about this is what. Come on, brother. Like you gotta. Let's be real here. Come on.
I mean, look. I told you to look it up, man. You started giving me your feelings.
You're right. You're right.
You are. You smile. I mean, you having feelings about it. I'm not in my feelings about it.
Hey, brother Uno.
It's a fact. Go look it up. And I'm not arguing for Jesus, but I'm just saying, hey, 1,000 years from now, how we gonna know you existed? What, we gonna have some Facebook statuses?
Facts. Actually, yeah, that's the difference. This is why I feel like this argument is silly. Like sometimes when we talk about where's Jesus's brother, where's Jesus's body, all this stuff. Man, these people didn't have Facebook and Twitter. Like y'all, do y'all want a picture? Y'all want us to go back and film a movie of Jesus dying, on like an authentic movie of an Eastern Israeli man dying on the cross? Like that's ridiculous. This is I think we should go with the evidence that we have. We have a whole collections of books talking about the man. I don't see what's the point of even going against him being in existence or not. I don't see it.
Crazy. It's crazy. It's a joke. People don't even know how their great grandfather looked. Don't even know if he existed. The only proof we got of him is you.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
That's all. We don't know how he looked. We don't know how he felt. We don't know how tall he was, how short he was, where he lived.
But we do know he
It's out of our
existed.
control, brother.
But we do know he existed, brother.
That's a fact.
See, when you say we don't know if he existed because of these things we don't know, that don't clarify nothing. We do know that he existed. Why? Because I exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when we talking about Jesus, which is a code name for he's us, his real name is Emmanuel. It says that in the scripture if you read it.
Yes.
He's us, not Jesus. Like you let the agents will come in and tell you, oh, it says they try to beat you to it. Oh, it means Jesus, which is a Greek god. No, we're not talking about Greece.
Brother, you just made that up, man.
You just made that up.
Look, where's this information? Where's the God-given information gonna come from?
From God.
When? And that's how come they take children and immediately put them in school because they don't want to hear the messages from God. Nobody take children and put them in school and try to learn. Where did y'all come from?
So, who taught you about God that you believe in?
TV.
Oh, brother. Oh, man.
No, I'm talking about the first God that I ever believed in, that I learned about the God in the sky and all these things. Superman, X-Man, Spider-Man, the white man is this, the slavery. I learned that on TV.
Uno, get this book right here, my brother.
Rolling.
Look, you get this book right here, my brother.
That man, oh man, y'all just bringing up a whole bunch of stuff they scammed y'all into buying. Hey, can we actually go back? Can we actually go back to the conversation? Because this is the whole problem that I had.
I come in truth, bro. I ain't trying to cause no confusion.
Uno is an example of the problem that I have with the whole Egyptology stuff. They use our pain and sell us books to supposedly sell us the information and the power that we need so that we can become these better people. Brother, rather if you know that Jesus was fake or not, you still gonna be who you are. And this is the whole identity crisis. Our identity crisis is wanting an identity in the first place when you already have one. Brother, you're going to be, your identity is your works in your lifetime. That's all that matters. Rather you're an Egyptian, rather you're an Israelite. What you do in this lifetime for your family and yourself is what matters, and that's your identity. That's why I think this is just a ridiculous argument. But hey, there we go. What y'all think?
We still like
John G. Jackson, man. Have you read the works of John G. Jackson?
No, sir.
Definitely get his works, man. He's actually an atheist. He's not an Egyptologist or anything like that. He covered that field. That's why I told Brother Uno, go on and get the book Christianity Before Christ. Because out of all the black scholars, he like top dollar when it comes to religion.
Like, is he? Oh, so
how are we not top dollar?
Yeah, that's what I'm
religion.
saying. He a white man, huh? Okay, all right, I got you. Yeah, sure.
John G. Jackson white?
It's black. He black.
No, I'm
Oh,
just
he black.
asking,
Oh, okay, I'm just making
how are
sure.
we not top dollar in religion? Well, we the only people who could practice Christianity. We could practice Islam. We could
He
practice
gave me a
Buddhism,
black
and
belt.
we've never went to war. You
Was
go over
was
to
the
you
study
try
of
to
religion?
you got people that try to lead
Was
you
that
to
your
Sunni
field of study?
Islam, and
Religion?
nah, I don't study religion. I am religion.
Yeah, let him know.
Your
Exactly.
name says
I
I could
said
teach a
study a
Christian.
scholar who
I could teach a
who
Christian from
held his
Ethiopia
field.
how to be a Christian over here.
so Uno L. Your name will allude to one God. So what is that God to you?
What God, from my understanding, my teachers is in the heart.
Your name. Your name. I'm asking you, what does your name mean to you?
Well, he just told you. he just.
No, but that it would L
Oh
wouldn't
yeah, one
translate
God.
to
Yeah, one God. One God.
right.
Yeah, it's
So
a
what is
Moorish
I'm asking you?
attribute.
So what? So you're under the
L does not mean God, man.
No, it's a Moorish attribute. It's my Moorish attribute.
and that would be like a force or power. Okay.
Power.
So
Yeah, I
you're
tried to be a babe. I tried to be a babe, and my sheik. Well, he ain't like being called a sheik, but I learned about this and not what I'm speaking about, but I learned about Moorish science when I was in federal prison.
You
And
sound like you sound like you work. You study the Circle 7 Quran. Like you got a little bit of yeah.
Yeah.
there you go, authentic. That's an authentic painted picture of Jesus. Authentic.
Says who?
That's not. That's that. Hey,
It's
that's what the
actually
Vatican says.
it's the
Says who?
Vatican. It's a relic from the Vatican. It's Vatican. It's like over a century.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Thank you,
Vatican
Nepal.
claim, and that's why they took it.
Yeah,
I'll
because
say
you were
that
trying to
too.
frame it. No. You were trying to frame it like this.
And look,
I don't, honestly, I'm confused on how you was trying to
I
frame it.
said the
But
Vatican
that's what
came
I
and
thought.
took it.
Yeah, because it was stolen. It was a relic that was stolen, and they probably came to come take
Come on,
it,
man.
or
You
something
drop
that was
$100
found, and
and
they
pick
came to
it
come
up.
take it.
Oh no.
You drop
Wait,
$100 and pick it up. I'm gonna say it's
L.
mine.
Uno L. You didn't read. You
This
didn't.
is crazy.
Listen. Hold on. Uno L. You didn't have a good understanding of what you even comprehended. So it's a painting of the original veil. The veil is the primary. Yeah. So the painting
Yeah.
ain't got nothing. It's garbage. That you want the veil.
It's a painting of the veil of
Right.
Veronica. It's a
Exactly.
story that a woman wiped Jesus' face. It's not the actual face of Jesus.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's supposedly.
So
Right.
nobody
And
sat
it's
there in
not
front of Jesus
actually the
and painted the
veil.
picture. You
Actually,
understand that, Uno?
they thought it was fake until what? Just like this year or last year, sometime when they did a retest, it was just big. It was just big news like a year ago.
So you learned something new, L.
So this is my question. How did that painting get in a trailer home in the middle of Tennessee?
Bro, people steal, bro. I'm trying
Come
to tell
on,
you.
man.
Like, there's a lot of ways, brother.
Oh my God.
Brother, it's the painting of the veil. So where's the veil at? They still have the veil.
So why they need to lock her up and take this one?
The veil, brother. Focus more on the actual veil.
You can get the veil off the internet.
So
Not
I'm asking.
the
So
real veil.
why did they lock her up?
Not the authentic veil. You can't.
What do you think?
They locked her up because it's a valuable piece of art. It's not the real face of Jesus, but it is from the Vatican. It's a valuable piece of art, but it's not the actual face of Jesus, though.
Right.
The brother's funny, man. That's what I'm saying. These Facebook university folks, man, they be getting us. They be getting us, man.
Hey,
They be
Nepal.
getting us.
Oh, when you get some real information, Uno, you'll be real. You'll be.
What you say?
Yeah. I said, when Uno gets some real information.
I mean, I could have put some money on her books though when she got locked up. That was real, man.
That would be nice.
How you saying what I'm saying is fake, but what happened to her and that picture that she stole was real?
Why would you put money on her books, though? Wouldn't you put him on the man that she stole from or help?
No.
I mean,
Talking about.
I'm saying she really got locked up.
Yes,
she stole something.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to give him this. Thank you.
That was stolen.
He pulled a
Thank
height
you.
move, brother. He
Thank
pulled a height
you.
move.
Let's move on.
And ended up with an authentic painting.
Nepal, pick a topic. Let's pick a different topic, Nepal.
For what? Tell me.
Okay.
I know they was talking about angels.
What? sa.neter's bringing something up, King J. I didn't know what you want to.
Oh man, sa.neter, please don't bring up. Come on.
The Cairo Mosaic. The Cairo
Coming back.
I need a
supposedly
apostle to
has
really
the
look at
oldest
this
picture of Jesus, man. And that's
This
alleged.
is talking
What
about,
did you think sa.neter was doing all this time? He was pulling up pictures.
No, I wasn't doing that. I was taking care of something.
Abraham.
Oh no, I
now-
thought you were coming back
No,
with
no,
your.
now I'm ready.
And it's saying that the lesson is allegory.
Yeah.
Lesson is allegory.
Where it says that at, Apostle?
It's
In the-
talking
in-
about it here. Up
Yeah.
to 4. I got it right here. I'm reading it.
Go ahead, read it.
Here, hold on, Apostle. I got you.
Read it, Apostle.
Hold on.
I'll read.
It says, for it is written,
What scripture you reading, brother?
Galatians 4. And I'm starting at verse 22.
Okay.
For context,
Go ahead.
for it is written that Abraham had 2 sons, the one by the bondmaid and the other by the free woman. Verse 23, but he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, talking about Ishmael. But he that was born of the free woman was born by the promise, talking about Isaac. And it says, which things are an allegory.
So stop
What's an
right there.
allegory?
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. So when you read about Moses and all of that, do you believe that, or you know that's not real?
It's an allegory. They talking about Isaac and Ishmael.
Do you believe it?
It's an allegory.
Do you believe it?
What?
What you just read?
Yes. But now, as he's teaching it as an allegory.
Okay.
In Galatians, it's being
Okay.
taught as an allegory. Read it and get
I got you. I
understanding.
got you. You read it already.
You read it right?
Uh-oh.
You read it. You read it, Apostle. You get an A for this one.
Can't argue with that.
You get a score. You get an apple on this one. Hey, Nepal, they want you to pick a topic, man, so you can go through it.
Okay, sure. What do you mean a topic for what though?
Just on the discussion. That's all. Just so y'all can
The
go down.
Bible? Okay.
Anything. I don't know if they just talking about the Bible.
Well, King J, what do you want to talk about?
Something that everybody's familiar with, so maybe we can Egypt.
Who built the pyramids, man?
Okay, we'll talk about the Apostle wants to talk about the pyramids. So
Yeah, who built the pyramids?
I mean, we could talk about.
Apostle is too biased to talk about the pyramid.
Uh-oh.
You will be able to discuss that with Shaka tonight.
You was talking about your daughter's name, Africa.
Yeah.
My daughter's name is Talia.
Oh, beautiful.
Talia.
Beautiful.
My daughter's 35 years old. So that's how conscious I am.
And guess what? And guess what, Apostle? And guess what, Apostle?
Talia.
Hey, Apostle, guess what?
I like that name.
Apostle, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
My niece name is Talia.
Yeah. How she spell it?
I don't know. I could call her right now.
T-A-H-L-I.
I could call her right now.
L-I-A. Talia.
Let me see. I could call her right now.
I
Yeah.
thought
Her
that
name
was,
is Talia.
I thought that was a
Some people say Talia.
yeah, Thalia. I thought that was
Yeah, no.
I thought that was Greek though, not I didn't know that.
It's not Greek. No,
Uh,
it's not Greek.
It's not.
It's actually Hebrew.
Okay,
You know what, then?
Apostle. Apostle.
But it's
Who do
actually
you
Hebrew. It's
who
African.
do you say Apostle built the pyramids?
Aliens.
Huh?
Point blank. Aliens.
Aliens.
Hold on, y'all. His mic is low. I can't hear him. Who?
Aliens.
Okay, so
Whoa.
guess what you just did to your Bible?
Nothing.
Whoa.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Nothing.
You just destroyed the lie. You just destroyed the Exodus story because y'all was supposed to be enslaved and y'all was supposed to be the ones that built the goddamn pyramids.
The
It
Bible
was the
doesn't teach
Israelites.
that.
according to the Israelites, y'all say that y'all the ones that built the pyramids.
The Bible doesn't say pyramids.
No, I didn't say the Bible. I'm saying according to the Israelites.
Right, King. Let me ask the apostle a question. When I originally came on, did you try to
Apostle? I didn't say the Bible teach that. I'm saying according to the Israelites. According to the Israelites, apostle, it's the Israelites who teach that. And they say that they built the pyramids. I could call Zoriak right now. I could call Zoriak right now and see what he say who built the pyramids.
Destroy the Bible.
Sa.neter, did he try to unplug his mic and is he running it through something that makes it like that?
I mean, at one point it was nice and loud. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Unplug it.
Go back and put it back to where it was.
Yes, do that.
Do that, bro.
That's why it's low. You have it running through something.
Hey, Apostle, the aliens is over here running the country. Ain't no way they built the pyramids. We got aliens as the president.
Oh, wow. Brother.
Because we can barely hear him, and I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, me too. You know.
Say Nile Valley recipients built them pyramids, man.
Well, it is said that the Hebrews built the pyramids, and even with the small hats, they say that. But the Bible, the small hats,
ones, because you got pyramids up and down on Nile.
I'm just saying, Sa.neter is right about that. They do say that. I know the Bible doesn't say it, but it is said that the Israelites built the pyramids.
And that's why I always say which ones, because it's pyramids up and down the Nile Valley.
Right.
You got pyramids in Darfur. You got pyramids where they made errors that they can't go back and just tear those down. You still can go see the development stage of the pyramids before they perfected it, before they started building the ones of Khufu and Sneferu.
All right, real quick, y'all already see what's going on. The migration that has been taking place. Shaka Ahmose, Smash Rockwell will be on tonight. I know I said 7, but we know how our brother Shaka is. He might come on at 7:30, but I will be up and running at 7 just to see when he'll get on. And he's going to be connecting the dots. Are we the people connected to ancient Kemet? And so that's coming up tonight. All right. And thanks to y'all, it will be right here live for everyone to see. So thank the people who donated, who made contributes to this, because, man, without them, y'all wouldn't be seeing this. So I want to thank all of the people who always show love and support the channel and donate. I never see Brother Lie in there, but he's always getting his knowledge on all that. Shout out to Brother Lie. He don't practice the pots. He don't practice none of that. Brother Lie.
I don't even see Brother Lie. I don't see him. Do you see him?
Yeah, he's in there. Shout out to my sister Sakina Ra in the building as always showing love and support. Always showing love and support. All right. Shout out to her. And she always contribute to the teachers and to the speakers. And so we're going to deal with the migration. We're going to deal with all of this tonight. So y'all be tuned in. This is going to be a great show.
Right. Exactly. The brothers, Antonio Shepherd, I was just going to say, if you want to talk about something, King J, I want to put out there that the pyramid at Saqqara was designed by an Israelite. I'm going to say it was designed by Joseph. I know it's going to make all the Kemetic people go crazy because they say Imhotep. I'm going to say Joseph of the Bible designed the pyramid of Saqqara. And I'm going to suggest that it wasn't a tomb, that it was actually a grain deposit and a dispensary for grain. For people.
Can I say this about the building of the pyramids? So we gotta looking at modern time, right? How you see that it's foreign people that come over here to America and they're able to build these big structures. They're able to build these towers. It was the same difference back then. During that time, what we ruled, we was in one place and we was going all around the world building different structures, just like they able to come over here and we not able to go to Europe and build nothing. We ain't got nothing that anybody in our modern time has built overseas anywhere, right? But you got rich people. It was the same thing back then during Kemet. You got to keep in mind all these builders are abandoned. Every great structure is abandoned, meaning that they got chased from where they was at. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So they been chased.
what they would do was, if they from the abandoned pyramids, they would go and somebody's breaking up. What does that mean? Okay.
you good.
What they would do was, sometimes when they would have abandoned structures, they would take the bricks from those abandoned structures and rebuild pyramids and things like that, for sure. But what's your point?
Well, what I'm saying is when we talk about who built the pyramids, you looking at it. You see, the education system is what stopped us from learning how to build. We was the first Masons.
We built the pyramids?
Yes. And they took through the education system, we learned that a bit. We been disabled from that ability to build.
So black people in America are Hebrews?
Masons.
But a Mason is a title, right?
Master Masons. You got Freemasons, then you got Master Masons. We are the Master Masons.
So listen. Hiram Abiff carried the title of Master Mason. That was a title, right? It's not a name of a race. So you said we built the pyramids? Are you saying that we the Hebrews in America?
Not necessarily Hebrews, because that's just putting. We looking at it from.
But we talking about Hebrews right now.
What? Because I don't want to pinpoint it on just Hebrews, because we talking about an existence that been here since the beginning of time.
We're talking about who built the pyramids, the Hebrews.
Exactly.
So he did say African American. He just said African Americans built the pyramids. That's what you
us, the people here that's being put down, that they keep the technology out of our hands. They keep technology out of our hands for a reason.
Yeah.
Because of what we can do with it.
Go ahead.
So he's saying that we those people, we was the Hebrews.
Not necessarily the Hebrews. See, you got to step back and look at this from a God mode, man. You got to look down on just imagine being Superman and you looking down on the planet. You just seeing a certain people that's being chased around the whole planet. They build up civilizations. That's it. They chase the civilization fall. This is something that's going on and on and on forever.
Oh, so we were the master builders who had the knowledge to build the pyramids as the slaves, not the slave masters. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Basically, he said we should have pride in being professional bricklayers. I'm cool on that.
No. It's not about bricklaying. It's bigger than that. We talking about technology.
I know the story of Hiram. I know the story of Hiram Abiff.
What?
Where's the technology?
Where did masonry come from?
Well, the technology is around, but what they do is they put regulations on that technology.
Of Hiram Abiff, though.
Well, it's not.
Is a myth.
Well, see, this is the thing. We talk about a mason. That's why I say you got to make it physical, because let's not go back mental. If you call it a mason, what is that? That's a brick. That's a building.
Where did the concept of masonry come from? That's what I'm saying. Where did the concept of masonry come from?
From the building.
The
tool.
Do you know when people was getting lynched during slavery? Not during slavery, during the Jim Crow era and
Reconstruction question. Could the slaves read or write back then?
Well, reading and writing is how they stole our language.
That's not what I asked you. They stole the language. I asked you, could the slaves back then, when the time period we're talking about, could they read and write?
No, because they stole our language. They used reading and writing to steal what we were saying.
So the slaves couldn't read or write. So how were they building? How were they masons then?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Reading and writing was created. The writing system that we learned in school when you was a kid, when you learned how to trace
so masons would know how to read and write, correct?
Hold on, y'all. That's not true. When you say the slaves couldn't read or write, they were fortunate slaves that was able to read and write. There was some that was able to write, man.
No, we're talking about during Egypt. We're talking about during Egyptian times, sir. Not in America.
Okay.
Most of the people were illiterate, even the free people back then.
We was the rulers.
Only possibly 1% probably was reading and writing.
Right.
We was the rulers back then.
You all over the place. Oh no,
yeah, bro. You're not listening.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. That's what.
Hey, hold
Yeah,
on,
push it up.
brother. Hold on. See, what you got to stop doing is saying we were this. We were the kings and we were the queens. It was only a few of us that were kings. It was only a few of us that were queens. Everybody that's on the continent was not kings and queens.
Right.
And everybody that's on the continent was not the rulers, brother. We was
probably 3%, man.
Yo, I'm talking. We were under the rulership of our own people, brother. So what do you I mean? All of us wasn't kings and queens, man. And we got to stop that. There was only a certain elect.
Okay.
Of us.
You know
So what we witnessing right now, Sa, is the slaves.
A book called The Black Kings of Europe.
That's a deep one now.
Before the Moors.
I read that.
The Black Kings of Europe. Did you know the Kennedys were classified as swarthies, as black people in Ireland, Scotland?
Scotland. Yeah. Apostle, are you familiar with those family crests? A lot of those family crests have, so I'm familiar with those things. So for sure.
More information to make you buy a book. Go ahead, Apostle.
No, I'm just saying, but it's a lot.
You don't need a book. You can look in the NBA and see what he's talking about. You can look at movies. They had a brother from Europe playing Dr. King.
Brother, we gotta stop romanticizing black, man. Like, I get it. I love Me Too, but goodness gracious, black European kings. That's a contradiction. That's
a contradiction. Europe was black before it was white.
Yeah, white people only been on the planet
after a black princess, Europa. What are you talking about?
White people only been on the planet only about 500 years.
500 years?
The word comes from Europa.
The white gene is only 500 years old?
500.
You mean 5,000?
That make you feel good, don't it? Knowing that
you mean 5,000?
You know what, Apostle?
That makes you feel good, don't it? That makes you feel less inferior to the white man.
So Greeks and Romans wouldn't be considered classified as white people, right?
Hey, look, man, I don't even hold on. Hearts, man.
Greeks and Romans would not be classified as black people because we know of a black Roman emperor by the name of Septimius Severus. And if you look inside, you made
that question up. That wasn't a question. I said white people.
What we're saying is Roman and Greek doesn't mean Caucasian. There were black Romans and black Greeks.
For sure. But if we look at the Byzantine Empire, we would never classify that as a black empire. The word Byzantine means Roman.
Well, back to what I was saying.
Fictional story, man.
That don't mean a race.
Story. I hate to break y'all hearts, but Rome is a fictional story.
Brother, we're not about to do this.
Right.
Or shut up.
I mean, go back to the origins. Go back to the origins of how Rome was created. That lets you know it's a fictional story.
Brother. Source up
Go ahead,
or
Apostle.
shut up.
Source
up or shut up.
I'm just saying the creation of Rome was how they was mothered by dogs or two twins. Come on, man.
Wait a minute. So there was no such thing as a nation named Rome at all. There was no such thing.
That is a fictional story. They made that up to backdate to add. Listen, they made that up to add themselves to history.
Do you have a passport, brother?
Come on, man. I'm not saying the Italy not real. I didn't say Italy
I
not real.
I don't have a passport either, brother. It's just do you have a passport? I don't have one either. I'm assuming no. Let's wait till we get our passports and go over there before we make our decisions to say I don't either. But I'm just saying if we're gonna have this conversation, let's wait before so we can go over there and actually see the buildings before we say something that's fake.
So Google, look up what was Washington D.C. called before it was called Washington D.C.
What does that matter?
What do you mean? What does that matter? Because Rome wasn't when did Italy get its name Italy? When did Germany become Germany? When did Egypt become Egypt?
The fact that you're naming these places proves they exist, brother. This is what I'm saying. I don't.
No,
What is your point?
When did
these
they become
names have
nations?
been added that started in America and was added to these land masses later on. And they
No.
backdated these stories.
Brother, hold on, question. Uno L. You know, America is the last country to nation to be added to. Those other nations was already here. The French.
And when did you learn that?
Memphis.
There's some sources, you know.
I was just asking a question.
If
No,
you
no,
go
no.
to Memphis, Tennessee,
How old
they
were you
pay
when you
homage
learned
to
that?
Egypt, my brother.
Hey, can you guys listen? Can you hear me? Uno,
Yeah, go ahead.
have some sources and show us where you're getting this information from, because up here, you know, you can only go so far. You got to get some sources, friend. Okay, show us some sources.
What, that Rome was Washington D.C. before Rome and Italy?
Yes, for sure. But we gonna for sure need that one.
That's a simple Google, man.
It's
Uno
not.
L is a conspiracy theorist. He's
It's
one of
not a
them people.
conspiracy. I mean, I got locked up for conspiracy.
Are you the
I went to the
brother?
feds for conspiracy.
Are you the brother who says? Are you the brother who says that Israel is in Memphis or something?
No, I didn't say that.
Is that
I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying, are you one of those people?
No, to me, from my understanding, the real Israel was in Virginia, somewhere in that Virginia region.
Oh wow. Okay.
That man said I got locked up for conspiracy.
Look, I did. I got locked up for conspiracy. I got charged with conspiracy.
Have you ever been to Memphis?
Yeah, I've been to Memphis. Yeah,
Tennessee?
but I don't believe Israel is in Memphis.
You
No.
do know, like, when you go to the museums, they kind of like pay homage to like Egypt, because if you go to Memphis, the capital was Memphis. So when you go to Memphis, you got the Bass Pro Pyramid. They tell you the whole story about their how they emulated Egypt, and then you got the river. They reflects to the Nile. So you got to go to these places, man, and they tell you all about it. DC was actually mapped out from how ancient Egypt was.
Yeah, but it's not. He's saying that it's actually the land.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know what they saying. They wrong when they say that. They wrong when they say that.
Yeah, they basically trying to prove they
Nothing
Native
in
Americans.
America predates anything out east.
You're not Native American, brother. You're African.
No, I never said I was Native American.
I'm from
But he
St.
said he was
Louis.
a Moor, though.
Well, you
He said
got
he
to
was a
St.
Moor.
Louis, and they say the white.
Well, you got to think
he a Moor. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
look, you got to
Moor.
think we all technically Africa because we only separated by water. All the land we own a giant rock separated by water. So we could all be Africans. We could all be Mexicans. We could all be Americans. We could all be
You know what's
Asians.
crazy? When we did our build about the aliens the other day, we had so many people in the chat talking about pseudo. This is pseudo.
Oh man.
You just can say, you can't just be up here saying anything like.
That's what he's doing.
No, what specifically did? No,
Bring us some, brother. I want to see the proof.
Yeah, because we want to have a real conversation, and it's hard
Yeah,
to.
this is not good. Go ahead.
Well, how can I show it?
Yes, I can hear you.
Man.
Get your book.
Let Apostle talk, please.
Yeah. I don't want to play the video. I just want to show the title. Share my screen so they can look it up and go watch it for themselves.
Oh man.
Yeah, just share the screen.
There it is.
I want them to go look this video up. Europe's darkest secrets exposed. Black rulers that they don't teach you about. Go look at this video.
Apostle.
Just go look at the video.
No, Apostle right, because they don't want you to know these secrets, man, because we looking at them back 200-300 years ago and not understanding that they children are still here today. And they still in power. All them dark kings, all them black kings that they talk about, that they hide from you in history, them people are still here. All these names that you could think of, all of the pharaohs, all of these people that you can name in history, them people,
brother, we already had the
still here. So
we already had the King James's black.
All right, time out. Who's sharing that stuff, man?
No, he didn't want to play it. He wanted, that's Apostle wanted to show the title.
This video.
Okay, I got to end the show right quick. It's 7 o'clock right around the corner, and I'm gonna try to get Shaka up in the building early. All right. Peace and black power to everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming through.
Peace.
Everybody. Thank everybody who
brother Sai.
contribute the
Peace,
donation. Thank y'all. We out.
I'm gonna change my mic for later on.
Yeah.